Do you remember the guy that was smoking CBD out of a vape pen at a press conference? He's also the guy who was smoking a joint during the ESPN press conference and open workouts. He's also the guy that choked out Conor McGregor. His name is Nate Diaz. He's an American MMA fighter. He's from Stockton, California, which is where he gets his signature Stockton slap from. Maybe you've seen it. He has a boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style of fighting and is currently a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Nate is the younger brother of the former Strikeforce welterweight champion and the WEC welterweight champion Nate Diaz. Before signing with the UFC, Nate fought in the World Extreme Cage Fighting, Strikeforce, and Pancrase. Nate Diaz was a contestant on the Ultimate Fighter 5, which exclusively featured lightweights, and he was fighting on Jens Pulver's team. Nate Diaz's first fight was in WEC 12, October 2004. In California. He won round 3 submission triangle choke against Alejandro Garcia. Nate Diaz's second fight, which he lost, was to Koji Oishi. He lost a decision unanimously at the Pancrase 2005 Neo Blood Tournament Finals in 2005 in Tokyo, Japan. Nate Diaz would then move on to beat Tony Juarez, bringing his record to 2-1. He TKO'd him with punches in the very first round. This was in Strikeforce, Shamrock vs. Gracie in San Jose, California. In the very same year, May 5, 2006, Nate Diaz would bring his record to 3-1 against Gilbert Rail. He would TKO him with punches in the very first round. Bringing his record to 4-1, he would submit via triangle choke Joe Hurley in round 2, 2 minutes and 3 seconds in. This is a catchweight at 160 pounds in Highland, California on WEC 21. June 15, 2006. On August 12, 2006, in the very first round in Stockton, California, Nate Diaz would bring his record to 5-1 against Dennis Davis via submission Americana, winning the Warrior Cup Lightweight Championship. In WEC 24 in 2006, Diaz would lose to Hermes Franca, bringing his record to 5-2. He'd be submitted by armbar in the second round. At this point, Dana White picked him up on The Ultimate Fighter Season 5, where he holds an undefeated exhibition record of 1-0 against Rob Emerson, 2-0 against Corey Hill, and 3-0 against former UFC superstar Gray Maynard. He submitted all 3 of these men. Then, June 23, 2007, in the second round, Manvel Gambarian would lose via shoulder injury, and Nate Diaz would win the Ultimate Fighter Season 5 lightweight tournament, officially starting his UFC career. Nate Diaz's first fight in the UFC, officially, not involving the Ultimate Fighter, bringing his record to 7-2, would be against Junior Sunzao. He would guillotine him in the very first round, and this was on the UFC Fight Night card, Thomas vs. Florian, in Las Vegas, Nevada. Nate Diaz would then earn a submission of the night, January 2008, in the first round, via submission triangle choke against Alvin Robinson. Earning another victory, bringing his record to 9-2, was against Kurt Pellegrino. He would earn another submission of the night via triangle choke on UFC Fight Night Florian vs. Lozon, April 2, 2008, in the second round. September 17th, 2008, Nate Diaz would earn a split decision victory, bringing his record to 10-2 over Josh Neer. He would earn Fight of the Night awards, and this would be the very first UFC card that he would headline. Diaz's first loss in the UFC, bringing his record to 10-3, comes at a decision split loss to Clay Guida. Bringing his record to 10-4, Diaz would lose a unanimous decision to Joe Stevenson on the Ultimate Fighter United States vs. United Kingdom finale. He won his next fight on UFC Fight Night Diaz vs. Gallard, earning a Submission of the Night award in round 2, guillotine choking Melvin Gallard, bringing his record to 11-4. Gray Maynard and Nate Diaz would headline a UFC Fight Night in January 11, 2010, and Gray Maynard earned a decision split victory over Nate Diaz, bringing Diaz's record to 11-5. March 27, 2010, against Rory Markham, Diaz beat Markham via TKO punches in the first round, bringing his record to 12-5. Originally, it was scheduled as a welterweight bout, but it was changed to a catchweight bout when Markham missed weight. His next fight, bringing him to 13-5, was against Marcus Davis. He won via technical submission guillotine choke, and this was his welterweight debut. He also earned Fight of the Night awards. UFC 125, January 1st, 2011. Diaz would lose a unanimous decision to Dong Hyun Kim, bringing his record to 13-6. In Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on UFC 129, April 30th, 2011, Diaz would lose a unanimous decision to Rory MacDonald, bringing his record to 13-7. September 24th, 2011, Diaz would return to lightweight and earn a submission of the night against Takanori Gomi. He would submit him via armbar in the first round, bringing his record to 14-7. Nate Diaz would then go on to beat Donald Cerrone via unanimous decision at UFC 141, bringing his record to 15-7, earning a Fight of the Night award. May 2012, UFC on Fox, Diaz vs. Miller. Diaz would beat Jim Miller, bringing his record to 16-7, earning a Submission of the Night award. In December of 2012, Seattle, Washington, on the UFC on Fox card Henderson vs. Diaz, Nate Diaz would challenge the lightweight champion Benson Henderson, and he would lose the championship via unanimous decision, bringing his record to 16-8. April 20th, 2013, Diaz would lose via TKO to Josh Thompson in the second round. On November 30th, 2013, Nate Diaz and Gray Maynard would meet for a third time inside of a cage. Diaz would earn a Knockout of the Night award, TKOing Gray Maynard in the very first round, bringing his record to 17-9. This was on the Ultimate Fighter, Team Rousey vs. Team Tate finale. For the first time in Diaz's career, he would miss weight and weigh in at 160.5 pounds in Phoenix, Arizona. He fought Rafael Dos Anjos and lost a unanimous decision, bringing his record to 17-10. He would then go on to fight Michael Johnson and beat him via unanimous decision, bringing his record to 18-10, earning a Fight of the Night award. March 5th, 2016, in the second round, Nate Diaz would shock the world. He made his return to welterweight and earned a Performance of the Night and a Fight of the Night against UFC superstar Conor McGregor, UFC 196. He submitted Conor McGregor with a rear naked choke in the second round. This was the fight that many believe put Diaz on the map firmly as a superstar. And now we have to get into something I really don't want to discuss because I think it was a horrible decision. That's right. So Manscaped sent me a bunch of stuff to test out and even gave me a promo code to give you guys in case you, I don't know, want to clean yourself up. I did test this stuff out personally. It's cordless, so you don't need to plug it in. It charges with this thing. It comes with desired length guards so that you can pick your bush length. You know what I mean? A little doodad so that you can... So what they're calling this is skin-safe technology, okay? No nicks or snags is what they claim. And I gotta say, I went full-on blade to kielbasa. No Band-Aids were applied. This thing did not nick me, not one time. It's TSA approved. It's rust resistant. You can drop this in the shower. Quiet stroke technology, which, let's see here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Not very loud. Fight Talk has partnered with Manscaped, and guess what? If you want this bad boy right here, just plug in the promo code HAWK20 at manscaped.com. The link is down in the description. Go down there, hit that up. Seriously, guys, you're not going to be disappointed. Just kidding. The UFC booked an immediate rematch against Conor McGregor in August of 2016, and this fight went the distance. This is widely recognized as one of the best fights in UFC history, and they earned a Fight of the Night award at UFC 202. It was a majority decision loss to Conor McGregor. Though many feel Diaz was cheated in that fight, I had them going dead even into the 5th round. Please don't dislike my video for that. On August 17th, 2009, in the 3rd round, Diaz would beat Anthony Pettis via decision, bringing his record to 20-11. Nate Diaz is currently scheduled to face Jorge Masvidal on November 2nd, 2019, as the headlining act of UFC 244. Though Nate Diaz's record doesn't reflect that he's the world's most amazing fighter, he's certainly accomplished a lot in this sport and should be respected as one of the many excellent veterans that this sport has. Diaz won Season 5 of The Ultimate Fighter. He has 8 Fight of the Night awards, 1 Knockout of the Night, 1 Performance of the Night, 5 Submission of the Night. He's tied with Joe Lozon for the 2nd most post-fight bonus awards, tied with Jim Miller for the most submission wins in the UFC lightweight division history, and the most Fight of the Night bonuses in UFC history. Thank you for watching, please subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video.